Welcome back to Morning Live's very special outside broadcast from basically 12 kilometers from the Ba-Phalaborwa town. This is where we are. We're in the north of the Kruger National Park, and we came through the Ba-Phalaborwa gate. Yesterday, when we actually arrived, we flew into the Ba-Phalaborwa airport, which itself is quite a sight because when you land, you actually feel as if you've landed in a game lodge. You walk out of the plane and then you're greeted with this magnificent wild scene, complete with statues of wild animals. So we're at Masorini Hill, where we're bringing you this special broadcast, and we come through the Ba-Phalaborwa gate, and joining us now is the mayor of Ba-Phalaborwa, Mr. Pule Shai. Mayor, good morning and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning to you, Valen, and good morning to your viewers too.
I mentioned the airport. What a great way to welcome us into Ba-Phalaborwa. But for many people, Ba-Phalaborwa is a gateway into the Kruger National Park, as it was for us yesterday.
In fact, because you flew into Ba-Phalaborwa, you should have enjoyed the aerial view of Ba-Phalaborwa Mining Copper, the one that we have just closed, given its historical issues. But what is critical for us as the people of Ba-Phalaborwa, it's, the Ba-Phalaborwa gate is only 1 kilo from town, which made it even more accessible to our people. But more than that, if you drive into that Ba-Phalaborwa gate, you're just a stone throw into Mozambique using this Giriondo gate. Therefore, it is a perfect platform or terrain for tourists who have been coming in and out of town to be able to enjoy the pleasures and the treasures that we're able to give you.
For many South Africans, they'll be accessing the South African national parks, maybe a luxury that they previously wouldn't have had, as they've got free access. What are you doing to make sure that the people of the Ba-Phalaborwa town also have the opportunity, the children have the opportunity to actually come into the Kruger National Park and also get to share in some of this heritage?
In fact, our view is during the course of the whole week, we should be able to restore this heritage, this historical importance by bringing in our learners into this particular space, but entrench that through storytelling so that the history of Masorini and the entire Kruger National Park is shared with our little ones. When we were growing, it was very difficult to access this particular park. With these transformative opportunities, it is important for our children and perhaps our pensioners and our parents to be able to use this opportunity to come in here and experience this particular view, because the park is their property, is their heritage, and it must be shared over generations. So there's going to be a lot of young people coming in here, learning about the history of the park, but also relating it because they are just a community closer to this particular park.
Where we're standing now is a place that's hugely significant for the community, because this used to, hundreds of years ago, used to be the place where the Ba-Phalaborwa people used to actually live. And it's also the place where smelting started for the people back in the day.
In the early 80s, 18th century to be specific, the Ba-Phalaborwa people used to smelt iron ore at this particular level. That on its own gave rise to the mining companies that came to produce some minerals at this particular level. So it's important to link this particular history with the generation, because our people used to produce spears and many other using iron ore, but in particular now that we have mines, the history of the mines here in Ba-Phalaborwa, it's umbilically linked with the evolution of our own townships and community. Take, for instance, Namakhale, the largest township in Limpopo. Its own life is given by the operations of the mine. So for now, the operations of the mine, together with what our people are doing or receiving, are umbilically linked. And you can therefore make sure that you preserve that by ensuring that heritage sites like these ones are preserved and they are given over to the generation that is coming as their heritage. It's very important.
Thank you very much, Mayor of Ba-Phalaborwa, Mr. Pule Shai. Thanks for chatting to us here on Morning Live. And as they say, in order for you to really understand where you're going and where you're currently at, you've really got to take a step back and look where you've come from. And that's what we're doing today as we launch the 2018 Sandparks Week. Time now for us to return to the studio in Auckland Park.